Cold Talks. Tune in. We're chatting about family and friends. Relationship goes together to the end. This is Cold Talks. Tune in.
What's going on, everybody? This D.
And I'm Jaleesa.
This Cold Talks. I know it's been a minute, but hey, we back at this thing. We're gonna start rushing these videos out. But this episode is about communication.
Happy New Year, by the way. It's 2023, man. First episode of the new year. Okay, my bad. I just had to say Happy New Year, y'all. We made it.
No, definitely.
And my hair getting longer.
Yeah, it is. Stop touching here. All right. So, but this episode is about communication, communication and relationship, and we can go so many angles on this, do so many things in terms of this topic. I mean, where you want to start at?
Let's tell a little story right quick. So, I had put a post on Facebook. I be baiting y'all sometimes just to kind of like take an angle. But I had put a post on Facebook the other day, and I was like, I was reading this book, by the way, called Marriage Be Hard. Shout out to Kevin and Melissa Fredericks, by the way. It's good, it's going, it's rolling. And I was on that Communication Be Hard chapter. And I had put a post up based on something Kev had said. He said that he feels like not communicating or being silent is worse than cheating. He said that, and his wife like concurred. I agree as well. D said he agreed too. I put the post on Facebook, and like everybody agreed. I think like one person said cheating is worse, but for the most part, everybody was like they think being silent and not communicating is worse than cheating. And the main reason why I agree, because everybody want to know my answer, I'm gonna get into you now. I agree because when you don't communicate, man, it's gonna lead to cheating. Because that person, your spouse, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, they don't know what's going on. They don't know you hurting because you ain't say nothing. They don't know they being rude because you ain't say nothing. They don't know they offended you. They don't know they disrespected you. Some people do know they disrespect you because people, they shady. But not always. I remember one time me and D got into an argument, and he was telling me that I was being too aggressive. I was talking to him crazy and disrespecting him. And I didn't think I was. I just felt like I was talking. Like that's how I talk to people. And he was like, nah, you need to bring that John down when you talking to me because I don't like that. It feel like you belittling me. I don't like how you coming at me crazy and stuff like that. So if he would have never said that, I would have continued to talk to him like that aggressively and stuff. And guess what? It would have eventually became a norm for me and a norm for him. But it's not really a norm for him because he got a problem with it. And I'm just doing it. And he never said, "Now I don't know I'm offending him. I don't know I'm disrespecting him. I don't know. I don't realize it." Because first of all, like I always say, I didn't have my daddy in the house. My mom was a single, independent woman, and there was no father figure. I had a big brother who took that role, but my mama talked to him crazy. Why? Because that was her child. So I didn't know how to talk to the man of the house, the lead, the alpha. You know what I'm saying? So he voiced that. So boom, I adjusted. But I would have never adjusted if he would have just been walking around the house mad without saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he probably would eventually cheated and wouldn't have found the chick that was less aggressive. So communication, that just yeah. What you think?
Most definitely, I agree. I'm sorry. Just to piggyback right off of that, it's like when you jump into a marriage, or relationship, period, you're not sure how your world is going to collide with the other person's world. Yeah. So all those things that you went to as a young adult into marriage comes into one. And now you got to figure out how those two backgrounds, can come into agreement.
Yeah.
So communication is the key to that, because the biggest thing is if I have a problem with something, I'm saying it.
Right.
If I don't agree with something, I'm saying it.
Right.
But I think the problem comes when you don't say anything. That's why I feel like silence is a killer.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving this person the tools to become a better person for you,
for the relationship,
and within themselves. Because I can remember when we used to get into arguments, and I should say you're too aggressive, or you too this and you too that. It wasn't. It was hard for me to. I think you were hearing that I was saying that you was too aggressive, as if I'm saying I'm soft.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you're talking like an aggressive guy or aggressive woman, if somebody on the street was to talk to me like that, I think they'll end up having to think twice. Because I straighten them.
Right.
I won't want that turmoil in my household.
Right. You want peace in your house. Yeah.
So in order to have that peace, everybody don't have a key to me. And one key to me is, unless you get to know me, is you talk to me, with the right attitude, with the right correctness, and so is you. It's the same thing. And when you interlock love and intimacy into that, those two things work based on someone who respects you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine trying to have sex or go on a date with a person that's very aggressive and is rude to you.
Yeah, talking to you crazy, period, in front of friends, family.
You know what I mean?
The public.
All
because you didn't speak up.
All because you didn't speak up. One of my biggest fears was early on in our relationship was me getting around some of your friends and you just flip out. You know what I mean? So my thing is,
you make it sound like I was crazy.
No, it wasn't that. It was just that I came from a relationship where I was talked to in a certain type of way, and I had to straighten them, and I just looked like a jerk. But I don't like people talking to me in any type of way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what type of outlook somebody would have on us?
Yeah.
If you say, man, sit down somewhere, shut up. I say, no, you shut the hell up. Like, how did that even look?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would want somebody to see exactly who they see us as now. They see us as fun loving, they see us as chill. But it took a while to get there.
Right.
Because a lot of times people think that just stuff like this happened just overnight.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. People don't get it twisted. Like me and D, we're not here to be like, hey, we got it all figured out, couples goals and all this other stuff. We're not here for that. We are really here, man, to help y'all. Cause I know we go through some things, or we've been through some things that can really help somebody. We didn't always communicate. We got better over time. I remember early on, D wasn't just straight up saying you talking crazy. I wasn't just straight up coming to him telling him things that he did or said bother me. Over time, we got better. Over time, we definitely got better over time and stuff like that. Like I remember one time, and I had talked to my homegirl about this when I came home for New Year's. D a gamer. You know, you got the dudes that be in the streets all night, in the clubs all day. And then you got the husband that play the video game. And then you got the husband that watch football, hang out with the friends. Like, you got different type of husband. D is the husband that video games and watch sports. That's his thing. Right? And he work hard and all that stuff too. But that's his hobby. Video game and sports. You see, he got the man cave. We're in his man cave, right? So I had a problem with him playing the game all the time. Well, not necessarily a problem. I wanted him to come to bed when I went to bed, pretty much. Like, hey, time to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had a problem with him playing the game all through the night and stuff. So what I would go to bed mad, angry and stuff. Sometimes horny because he in here playing the game. And it went on for a little minute. And I remember I called my homegirl and I had brought this up to her. She was like, man, I don't remember that. I said, I remember like it happened yesterday. I say, man, D over here playing the game, man. I'm pissed off, man. He need to bring him behind the bed. Da, da, da. She say, he know. First of all, she said, don't you play the game? I said, yeah. She said, why you doing go play the game with him? I said, cause I don't want to play the game right now. I want to go to bed. I got PT in the morning. She was like, well, did you tell him that you don't want to play the game or you just in the bed mad or whatever? And I was like,
just mad.
I'm just mad. I ain't telling him. He should know. That's what I said. He should know. He should know. I gave him all the cues all day that I want some and da da da. He should know. So she was like, okay, you gave him the cues, but did you tell him? And I was like, nah. I'll talk to you later. Cause you on his side. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she was having a bad day or she just wasn't for it that day. Like, girl, this is small compared to what I got going on. I'm over here dating all these clowns and trying to find my man, and you over here complaining because this nigga ain't playing. Dude, like for real. So, but I had took that, and then I still went to bed mad because she wasn't about to tell me. But the next day though, it happened again, and I went in there. And I played the game with him for a little bit. I was like, babe, give me the sticks. Let me play for a little bit. He had let me play. He was playing Madden online. The dude started whipping me. So he took the sticks back from me and he had beat the guy. But when that game was done, I asked him to come to bed. I was like, babe, get off the game for a little bit. Come play it. Come go to bed with me. And you want to go back in the after I fall asleep, then who cares? But come go to bed with me. And he ain't put up no fight. He was like, oh, my bad, I was in here playing the game because I ain't sleeping, so I ain't want to interrupt you. I know you got to get up in the morning to go to PT, so my bad. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He turned the game off. He came in there. We chilled, vibe, whatever. I fell asleep, and he went back doing what he was doing, or he probably ended up falling asleep anyway. He didn't realize he was tired. So I said all that to say, like, just open y'all mouth. And then another thing, I'm sorry, babe, you had something to say before I continue? Two of the people on that post was saying that being silent to go along and get along was kind of like mental abuse and then mental abuse. And can you pull that post up? Can you go to my page? Because that one answer was really good. Shane from Shayna, it was because I was like, can you explain? What do you mean by it's abuse? She said, ignoring your partner is abuse. I could never treat my wife like a stranger. It's one thing for you to need a moment to get your emotions together, but to live in the house with that type of energy, no ma'am, you need to talk to me. And I felt like that was 100% for real. Because I didn't even think of it like that. That is kind of like abuse.
Yeah.
You sitting over there in a corner like this, you scared to say something? That's your spouse. Who cares about an argument? You grow. You grow from an argument. You grow from a disagreement. So you sitting over there hiding in the corner to avoid an argument? Nah, bro, we need to talk. I don't like how you coming at me. I don't like how you handle that situation. You don't need to be that. It could be small stuff. Like a texting a friend too much. If you got a problem with him texting his homegirl on the phone, say something, because that they don't know, bro. Like, you can't do what it say?
They can't read minds.
They can't read mine, but you can't do better if you don't know better. Yeah. How you gonna do better if you don't know?
And I think two of the biggest things in a relationship is finances and communication, I believe. Yeah. If you lack,
you talk like the two of the biggest divorce reasons. Yeah. Finance and communication, because communication could lead into cheating and sneaking and moving crazy. And finances can be stressful if you can't do your thing.
I can remember early on in our relationships when I didn't know how much you made. And the only person that knew that was Miss Gwen Onwood.
You could have got on Google. It's the Army.
Well, I didn't understand that. Like I didn't know the eat at that. I didn't know none of that stuff. Only thing I was just a spouse, a new spouse at that. You know, I didn't know that it's a difference between BH, you know, BQH or whatever H's it is. But
BAQ.
BAQ. But I didn't. The point is, I didn't know any of those things, and you didn't disclose that to me. So a lot of times when we moved on further into our relationship, you would struggle because I wasn't working. I didn't understand. Cause I'm like, well, I thought you just had everything. But it was until you sat down and said, well, listen, this is how much I make with this. This money go here. I'm going to save this amount of money per check, no matter what. So that's why this money is allocated to this for that, that's for that. And it helped me understand more. But sometimes when you have two people that's trying to bring two lives together, two incomes, two savings, you got to figure out how this person spends, how this person saves. Me and her save different, me and her spend different. And she's more organized than I am. You know, she think investments is different than I think investments is. So there's so many different things we just had to come into
and communicate.
We had to bring that together.
Yeah.
She could have said, I could have said, oh, you just not for me. We spend money different. We save money different. We just not for me. What's the middle ground in that?
Yeah.
We can find a middle ground in anything.
Compromise. Find that middle ground. Compromise. But you can't compromise if you don't communicate.
You can't communicate. You know what I mean?
You don't know. You just don't know, man. Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up, and I think this was like a very pivotal moment in our lives, was with your mother and when she passed away.
Okay.
I can remember you went silent for months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had no idea what was going on. I had never dealt with anything like that before. But it was till you sat there and we talked about it, and I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I thought I was doing something wrong. I thought, you know, you wasn't happy. But what happened was I had took a selfish approach. I just took that thing way around the corner. I was like, you know what, man? This is an attack on me. Not realizing that actually, you know, she just lost her mother. And so then it made matters even worse because even when I was like, I get it. I know how to deal with this now. You know what I'm saying? I still realized you needed time. You know what I'm saying? So with time, then you can't pressure nobody to do something. You can't force somebody to say, oh, talk to me, tell me what's going on. No. Sometimes you got to let stuff just happen, let time just happen, let it communicate to you that I'm here when you need me. I don't understand what's going on. But I'm here when and if you need me. It will be a time that you need me, I'm here. You say, okay, I just need my siblings. Okay, cool. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different angles of communication that people think it's just one-sided. But in a relationship, you're going to go through so many different things. And the last thing you can do, just like Shana said, is abuse someone by just being quiet and weaponizing your silence.
Yeah. Going days and days without talking to people. I went months. I probably almost went like a year without like just voicing how I felt, like emotionally, mentally, physically. I mean, you know, you lose a mom, like that's a big loss or whatever. I mean, kids supposed to bury their moms, but not at like 28 and stuff like that. So, but anyways, but I don't know. I'm not trying to put you on blast or nothing, but because I wasn't communicating with him and he wasn't really communicating with me either because he didn't know how to communicate with me. He ended up reaching out to a friend who had lost their mom, and it kind of turned into like an emotional affair type thing for him because he was talking to her, getting advice about how to approach the situation when he should have been talking to me, but he was talking to her to get advice about how to approach the situation. And she was an old friend, and they was talking, and then he found himself trying to hide the fact that he was talking to her. So it just kind of looked, it just didn't look right whenever I saw that they were communicating. So that's why I say communication is worse than cheating, because I mean, you could call it an affair if you want to, because the definition of affair is just doing stuff that your spouse don't know about when it comes to another person, place, or thing. So, because I wasn't communicating and he wasn't communicating with me, he sought it from someone else without my knowledge. So, like I said, that is an example of you not communicating with your people, and then you ended up going outside of what you guys got going on because you just finding it from somewhere else.
And it just brings space for some outside parameter at all to come in and occupy that space.
Right.
When you can just simply just have that conversation and move on from there. Because I always say it in my relationship, I never want anything unturned.
Right.
I don't want anybody can say this happened. D didn't tell you. D always wanted this. He never told you about. No. I want her to be able to say, nah, D won't do that. Nah, I won't. D won't say that.
Right.
We had that conversation.
Right.
We got this written down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because marriage is a corporate operation that a lot of people do not realize that part of the relationship. They think love, sex, kids. There's a business aspect of marriage that I think people really do not take advantage of, because in the biggest corporate business, all the major corporate business, there's a board, board that makes sure everything is voted on at the benefit of the company.
Right.
And in doing so, there's a conversation that's had before they make a vote.
Right.
So in order for this business of marriage to be as successful as possibly can, I need to know your strengths. I need to know your weaknesses. I need to know how you feel at all times, because the life of this marriage, the business of this marriage, depends on it.
Right. That's true.
Because one thing Jaleesa understands about me, I hate wasted time. And it's kind of bad a little bit in terms of our relationship, because sometimes I can say, okay, there's a problem. Let's talk about. Okay, we talked about it. Let's go. Let's move on. But sometimes it's not that simple.
Right.
But I just don't like wasted time, because I want us to, achieve as much as we possibly can, at a great age, so when we retire, we can actually enjoy retirement, not all beat up and barely can walk. You know what I'm saying? But I really want us to enjoy. I want us to travel more than what we're traveling right now. Revisit some of the places that we already been. You know what I'm saying? Go further. And all that happens, I personally believe, if we stay on a certain timeline in terms of success, but all that's wrapped around how I feel in terms of where I want to go in terms of my career and where you want to go with yours. And there's so many things that are wrapped up into this whole business of marriage, but all that boils down to just simply having a conversation.
That's true. That's facts. You got to write down all your goals and your plans and all that stuff. You got to communicate all of that in order to get to that level.
Yeah.
In the first place.
I remember we used to do that. I used to. We didn't do it this New Year because we was crazy this New Year. But we used to write down our goals and what we're trying to do for the upcoming year. You know what I'm saying? Scratch off what we did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I had forgot what I was about to say because I was sitting up there listening to you.
I was talking too much.
No.
You need to communicate if I'm talking.
You stupid. Nah, you ain't talking too much. I had just forgot what I was about to say because I was trying to be able to respond to what you were saying. I didn't want to just you stop talking and then I just start talking about something else. I was listening to understand and respond to you.
Okay.
But I completely forgot what I was about to say.
You don't think that at all?
Huh?
All right.
My bad, y'all. Sorry.
So listen. All right. So I got this website. It says 7 things. Reason why communication is important.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, it says it helps strengthen the respect for others, each other.
Okay.
Uh, it take all the guesswork out.
Mm-hmm.
It helps avoid misunderstandings.
Of course.
It builds trust. It lets your partner support each other. It helps to grow between each other. Okay. It's great for your mood.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? Why you laughed at that one?
Because it's just so plain. It's great for your mood. One of the greatest gifts in a relationship is being able to express your genuine happiness for someone. When someone is genuinely happy for their partner to whom their communication sound, happiness keep them echo in the chambers. Okay, so I guess communicating that, like your support for your spouse.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But so yeah, I think it's important too. To piggyback off of that, me and Jaleesa have so many. This is my homie. This is my best friend. Me and her have so many offline conversations. This random.
I know. I wish we could just have the camera readily available sometimes, cause yeah, we do be like going. That don't be crazy. It's another we play this communication game. It's over here, little thing. It's let me grab it. It's 88 conversation starters. I don't know. I got it. I saw it at Walmart, I think, and I had grabbed it. It's just a little communication game, guys. If you guys want to get it, let's see. But 88 great conversation starters for husbands and wives, and I don't know. We just be like randomly like doing this or whatever. Like he'll be here playing a game, and I'll come in here and I just like, hey babe, conversation starter game. What's up? Here we go. And it helps you learn each other a little bit. So let's hit you with it. Describe a time as a child when you felt really special and important.
You asking that question?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I would say, as a child, there was a time when there was a track meet at Butler. I did really good. My brother showed up, and after he saw how actually fast I was, he was bragging on me to everybody, and they were, oh, we know he was fast.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
For me, my question, to describe a time at a child we felt really special and important. So for me and my cousin, our birthday is like a couple weeks apart from each other. We both Virgos, and ever since I can remember, we always had our birthday parties together because it's cheaper just celebrating them together. Their birthdays a couple. You're not about to have 2 birthday parties, but this one particular year, my mom had got me a cake for myself. We was living in Hollybrook. It was my cake. It just said happy birthday, Jaleesa. It didn't say happy birthday, Jaleesa and Ree. It said happy birthday, Jaleesa. That's it. And I felt so good. Everybody was saying happy birthday to me, cut the cake, we had cake. And I kind of brought that over to my adult life. I make sure my friends, family have a cake for themselves. Happy birthday to that individual person. I do that in the army, yes, for my soldiers.
Every soldier.
For my friends and family. Like, that made me feel so good. So I was like, I always want them to have that moment. And over the course of my lifetime, I've touched many people by doing that. A lot of people, you don't realize how many people never had a birthday cake or had a cake for just themselves. So I be like doing that for people. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Birthday cake.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
All right, one more. All right, say name 3 character traits you admire about me.
I like how you're a leader. You got the leader qualities. You're very ambitious. It's easy to follow you because you're a great leader. So there's one. Um, I like your go hard. You're a dreamer. A lot of people don't like dreamers, but I like the fact that he is a dreamer because he showed me different perspectives and different ways of life and stuff like that. I'm so organized and be on this path. Like I gotta write down the stuff that I want to do, and then I have to do it in the order that I wrote it down. But being with D, I'm able to kind of like be all over the place and still get things taken care of and not be stressed because my list would stress me out because I'd be like, oh, I gotta do it like this. It has to be okay. It's 2018. I ain't did it yet. And him being the dreamer that helped me. So I love that quality, the dreamer quality. I love that you're a leader. And what's the third one? It's so many. I'm trying to only pick three. Um, I don't know. The third one probably be lead, dream, and your arrogance. I like it. I like it. The arrogance. Like, but the thing with your arrogance is you're only arrogant for the things that you know for a fact. You're a matter of fact. Like, I like the arrogance. A lot of people don't like the arrogance, but that attracted me to you at the beginning. I remember I was like, "Boy, you was an arrogant motherfucker." I remember I said that on the phone, but I was like, "But I love it. I love it though because I need a mother to know and be confident." Cause the arrogance, I guess you can say arrogance and confidence. We're gonna put them together because your arrogance and confidence it mash. Like, yeah, I like a confident guy. Confidence is the key when it comes to everything. The way you look, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, and your arrogance is on top of that as well. It just come together. That's why it was so hard for me to pick a third one because I was trying to see which one I wanted.
Well, thank you. I will say number one, I love your drive. You finish. If I think of something, I don't care what it is. I don't care how hard it is. Whatever I feel like I'm going through, I'll say this is what I want to do, and you will say, okay, you will help prepare, and you will help finish. You will see me through it. Like, hey, listen, you have to finish it. This is what you do. This is what you say you wanted to do. This is what your goal is. And the thing is, you don't say it as just to dress it up. Like, come on, you got this. No, you like, bro, what's up? Like, let's go. And I appreciate that. I also admire your love. Like, you love hard. It's compassionate. It's fiery. It's sexy. I love it because a lot of people give up on you. You know, a lot of people love hard without traction.
Mm.
You know, sometimes you'll love hard, you'll love somebody all the way to the pool house. And your love is different. Your love, just like I say, is just like your drive. It goes hand in hand. It makes you just push forward. The last thing I love is I admire is your swag.
Yeah.
Like, you have such a great eye for design, fashion, putting colors together. I don't care if it's a $300 pair of shoes or it's a $5 shirt. You would think that outfit itself is probably $1,000 because the way you just put it together. Every picture that we had but took, she coordinated. I mean, she just thought of it like, this go with it. And I'd be like, this is not going to go. I don't want to wear this. And every picture we have been in, it's just been amazing. And all those are just her threads. People ask me, where you get that shirt from? Where you get them shoes from? I don't know. That's my wife. You know what I mean? But those three things I just absolutely love and admire about you. It's top three. You know, you already know it's like a billion I can sit here and talk about. But those top three, I think, you know, those will help me to be a better man than I am today.
Aw, babe.
And it's you. Got me my first birthday cake.
Ah, I did. Your own cake, yeah, because your brother's birthday the next day.
April 18th. April 19th.
18, 19. Got to that birthday cake.
But
That's what's up. What's up? Communication.
yeah, communication.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Communication is key, man. You know, sometimes when you sitting around, you mad, you upset, you frustrated. Get your ass up and go talk to your people.
Go talk to your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Talk it out, guys. And look, we did the little communication game, man. He got me feeling good. You know, he just gave me 3 compliments and stuff
Sexy
like that.
time.
You so but, but you know, that's what it's all about, y'all. Communicate, man. Don't be walking around the house, the apartment, whatever, the condo, freaking
The mansion.
Quiet and sad and wanting to say something, but you ain't, because you trying to avoid an argument. I hate when my friends be venting to me and I ask them that question. They be like, nah, man, I ain't trying to argue with him today, girl. I ain't got time. But I'm like, he don't know. He probably don't know, dog. Did you talk to him? That'd be the first thing I say. Do he know? Did you ask him? Did you tell him? That's the first thing I do. Did you ask? Did you tell him? Because he probably don't know, sis. Don't know. He probably don't know. He don't know that bother you, sis. You got to get up. You got to say something. Because it is mental abuse, bro. Because you all inside of your head and you tripping and you going through it mentally and emotionally because you want to say. And guess what? It always happens. It never fails. You blow up. It always blow up. The pressure always burst the pipe every single time.
Even in a blow up, you know, part of communication is who the first gonna break.
Yeah.
I've seen people actually just divorce.
Straight up divorce.
Somebody just don't want to say I'm sorry or I'm my fault.
Stubbornness. I had a homegirl in El Paso. They would give each other the silent treatment for months. How you walk past buddy for a month? I mean, they don't be like completely mute, but they won't address the situation. Like they'll only deal with the kids.
I mean,
for months, and I used to be like, bruh.
You would think eventually, like something will happen to her. They'll just start laughing, break the silence.
No, they so angry with each other. She ended up cheating on Buddy. Straight cheated on him. Because Buddy over here was listening to her. And she felt comfortable to talk to him.
Oh, them easy. I'm going to tell y'all, as a man, side dude stuff is so good because he's doing it because he don't care.
He don't care.
It's nothing like just banging it up because you don't care about it. You like, oh, this is great. And then when it's over, he like, hey, remember that time? Well, oh, nah.
And a lot of the side dudes be your friends too. Your side dude, side girl.
Notes.
Yeah, you calling and venting and stuff. You telling him everything he ain't doing. Guess what he doing? Guess what he did? He done went over there and started doing everything he wasn't doing. Slid in there. Slid in that thing. She done slid on that thing. So, you know, that's why the Harvey girl.
Oh yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan, his homeboy, old wild Snowfall.
Yeah.
He got her, you know what I'm saying? Cause Michael B was venting to him. He was like, bro, she ain't gonna get me like that. Yeah, well, I'm about to slide on over there. Bam.
You gotta watch them friends.
Yeah.
You may be complaining about something. That friend be like, ooh, I think I can do that.
That's easy. Dang. You know, I'm out here looking for a man.
And she like, yeah, girl, you should leave him. He don't deserve you.
Meanwhile, she coming to the back door.
She don't U-turn like, hey, listen.
Come around when you at work.
Does it smack a belly?
Listen.
Yeah, communication, man.
But y'all, that's all we got for today. Communicate with your spouse, your people, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. Just communicate. Talk about it. Don't be scared of a little disagreement, a little argument. They'll get over it, G. Because you helping the relationship. You want to do better. The approach them like, hey, baby girl, I got something to say. I want to talk to you about something, man. One thing D be doing, I know we finna have like a real serious conversation. When he'll come and he'll give me a random compliment and then like a little kiss, and then I'm like, what you want? You want some? You want to talk about something? What's going on? And then he'll break the ice and laugh like, I already know you probably gonna be a little upset, but this been on my mind all day, and we need to talk about it. And then I'm already like, oh Lord, I'm about to have one. You know, sometimes I automatically get my mind right for what he about to say, cause it was two people in an argument. You know what I'm saying? You know a little bit what's going on when he or she bring that to you. You got some sort of idea.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't have an idea at all. And you offended them and they really just did not know that they offended you. And so, but yeah, I know when he about to hit me with a real serious conversation, because he'll come give me a little compliment, a little kiss, and be kind of hugging on me a little bit. And then he'll be like, we need to talk about something. Yeah. And same for me. Like, I'm like, babe, I come sit right there. I'm like, hey, I felt type of way when you had said or did XYZ, or when you was communicating with this person. I had overheard you say this, or blah, blah, blah. I ain't like that, blah, blah, blah. And we talk, we might argue a little bit because I will strongly feel like I did nothing wrong, or he'll strongly feel like he didn't do anything wrong. But at the end of the day, we talked about it, and it either made us stronger, we grew from it, or we just threw the whole thing away because it wasn't really that serious. It was just a misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding, and the biggest thing you can do, you got to be able to take it straight. You got to be able to be strong enough to say, I'm sorry, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you're tripping. You ain't no way in the world. You know, and it's good to catch it early on before you get to the point to where nobody can deal with you outside of your wife or your kids. Yeah. So you want to make sure you be able to take it straight and fix it early on before you get stuck in the ways. And that's why I solely stuck on, like, I'm a very big stickler of change, you know.
And growth.
Help me grow, help me change for you. You know, if you leave me today or tomorrow, you know, for myself and for somebody else, you know, help me change. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, man, we went over a lot. We usually have a little 30-minute video. We did. Up. Yeah, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about when it comes to communication, man. And like I said, man, hey, hit up Target, Walmart, and get this book, Marriage Be Hard. It's really good. It's very relatable. I'm reading through it. I don't know. I think I'm on like what chapter I'm on?
We're reading.
I'm on chapter 7. Yeah. I'm reading, because I read and I back brief him, because he don't like reading like that. He want to do the audio. No, man, we're not doing that. We reading so we can highlight points and stop and pause and talk about it.
We can do a book review on it. Make that episode.
When we done, yeah, we'll do the review once I'm done. But it's a really good book, y'all. Communicate, Marriage Be Hard, Cold Talk. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Salute, man.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that little bell.